All right, so I wanted to talk. I'm wearing probably the ugliest shirt I own, in the ugliest color possible. But I'll give a damn. This is not about presentation, this is about the message. So, first of all, always have to preface very tired. I have been sleeping weird. My sleep is very messed up. I'll get to why in a second, but I want to cover a message about something, so I need to figure out how to come at it. I feel like I always start these the same way, but I'm going to anyway. Um, I've had this problem that has been plaguing me, and it's two different reasons it's really been weighing on me. One, just the problem itself, and just God, I'm so unlucky way of thinking, and how it's affected me and changed things, and how I think it's going to affect and change things in the future tense. And then also feeling that I could have stopped it because I missed my doctor appointments, and putting so much weight on the fact that this one seemingly so tiny, almost insignificant, you would think, of a mistake has just had this catastrophic effect on me that could be lifelong, that could have changed my life entirely forever. And it's been really tough to deal with that and to be able to accept that. So I've been trying to find hope, and the hope comes and the hope goes. And that's unfortunate. It's nice that it comes at all, for sure, but usually for not long, usually not for more than a day or so. And, I'm at a point very recently now where I've been good enough and stable enough with it that even though all the differences are there, and it all happened when I missed the doctor appointments, and I can pretty much prove that it's chronicled, that I'm at a point that I can keep moving. And I have to, because I've already pissed away like 10 months, literally about 10 months of my freaking life. And I'm 24 now, like probably halfway through 24 or close to it, getting close to it. I was 23 when the injury happened. And I just think, how much longer can I do this? How much longer can I let everything get past me and just piss away my time? Because I look around and I see everyone else doing all this stuff in amounts of time that I've done nothing. And I get really caught up with the idea of how long things are now, because I went about 20 days from when I missed my doctor appointments back to back. I missed two separate ones. I say the same things in a lot of these videos, that this is what I'm dealing with right now. And it took about 20 days to get the medicine that I needed that could have potentially prevented this. And it's a thing that's claimed to be uncurable, incurable. But there are studies where some people have. And I haven't even tried these things yet. And I'm reading about it being really helpful for some people. And if I can get to a point where it helps me enough that maybe it'll never be exactly the same again, maybe I could have prevented that from happening, where I wouldn't have to worry about that, and it could be, who knows. But if I can get to a point where it can be good enough that it's really not going to affect me very much, and I can just keep living normally, that is beautiful. That is wonderful. I can pretty much keep living normally now, honestly. It's just so different, and it's weighed on me so much. But I have to move on. I have to pick up and move on. I cannot sit in my dad's house, in my bedroom, my childhood bedroom, forever, and watch other people travel the world, and watch other people do all this cool shit and live in cool places and be on the beach all the time and go to all these exotic countries and do all this fun shit that I want to do and go out and party and whatever. I did a little bit of the go out and party, but not in the places I wanted to. So it was even more of in a way, an empty pursuit, but that doesn't even matter. What matters is I am gonna move on now because I have to. I literally have to, and I'm good enough to be able to. It's funny, I've been reliving things recently. I've rediscovered escapism, and I've actually been kind of happier, but I'm already seeing the huge problems with it. I have rid myself of escapism for the past few years, maybe because I was so detrimentally deep in it years ago. Like my early years of college, it was so bad. I had a horrific problem with it that I just had no interest in doing it whatsoever anymore. Don't play video games almost ever. I'd play a game maybe once every few months, like once every few months for like an hour, you know? Um, and that's about it, unless I was playing with my little brother who's like 10. And I didn't watch, I don't have any interest in watching like anime anymore. I was never super heavy into it, but I had a few shows I liked. And little by little, it's just funny, but this is what has happened. I got it back into Dragon Ball Z for the first time, literally since I was in middle school, and I'm 24 now. And I'm like super into Dragon Ball Z again, and I'm completely cool with it because I loved Dragon Ball. I'm like happy that I can be into it again. I just had no interest for the past like 10 years, and then out of nowhere, I'm into it again, and it's working for me. And then I also have just started playing video games again. I started playing Breath of the Wild, Zelda. That's been really fun. And I was really not into. I don't want to start over because my Switch was stolen, and that was what kind of began the whole bad chain of negative things in my life. But I don't really need to chronicle all of that. But that was 2022, the end of the summer. So that was almost 2 years ago. I had a bunch of stuff stolen from my apartment right before I left at my own going away party. Granted, it was my third going away party. I flew a little too close to the sun, you could say. That was what I had told myself. I'm a very metaphorical guy. Look how tired I look. I look like death. I probably sound like death too. I know I do. So anyway, I finally started over. I didn't want to because I had almost beat the game, but I did, and it's been really fun. But it's funny because I'm doing all these things that I did years ago. Again, I'm watching Dragon Ball Z. Again, I'm playing Breath of the Wild. Again, and I've just started getting on a heavy Minecraft kick with my friends, which I did again when I was in middle school. So I'm doing all this stuff that I did years ago, and it's just so funny because these are like the main things I'm doing right now. And and then I also like watch like cartoons and Pokemon videos and stuff. So am I regressing? It's not really what I was trying to get at, but it's just kind of funny that I am reliving things that I didn't ever expect to. I expected to move on. I expected to be like being so successful and so busy, and certainly not giving time to video games and living in where I want to be, which currently is Florida. It's a temporary idea, but it's where I want to be for a while before I move on to wherever big city I go next, Atlanta, LA, New York, whatever it might be. I wanted to go to Tampa because that's where I was last summer and be on the beach and have a big social life and do lots of fun stuff. So I gotta do that. And I gotta just move on with my life now. And I gotta try these treatments and just accept that things are better now. I'm gonna pop a melatonin. I wanna go to a comedy show tonight. I'm gonna try to sleep for like 4 hours and see how that happens. My sleep's so fucked because I've been staying up playing Minecraft with my friends. But anyway, I don't know. It's just nice to be able to get all this out of my head because this is what I'm dealing with, and nobody wants to hear the same thing a million times of the few people that I talk to. And just nowhere else to put it. I had a forum for people going through what I'm going through, and people quit responding already, and that sucks. And I gotta chronicle it for myself. So here it is. So I'm gonna try to end like right at 10 minutes. So this has been 10 minutes. So anyway, we're gonna keep it moving forward. We're gonna stay positive. I'm gonna move on with my life. and it's gonna be great, and it really can be now.